Okay, so it's about 3 minutes after 6:30. I think pretty much everyone has hopped on. I can let people in if they do. All right, so my name is 𝗵𝗱𝗱𝗀. Thank you all so much for taking the time to be on this. I am super fired up about this opportunity. I'm super grateful. My heart is really happy about it, and I couldn't be more ecstatic to have Mr. 𝗵𝗱𝗱 on here. He is phenomenal. He is the co-founder and chairman of 𝗵𝗱𝗱𝗀𝗲 Traders, and so it is a huge honor to have him on here. I'm so happy. It's like I mentioned before earlier. It's a 12-hour time difference between us and him. So he is up very early in the morning to be here with us. So thank you so much for that. A lot of people are super excited to meet you and hear your story, hear about, all about 𝗵𝗱𝗱𝗀𝗲 Traders, why you love this company, and, what your vision is for the future, the longevity of it, how it kind of works, and just like the basics on that. So I just wanted to say, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. And whenever you just want to kind of take it away and just, let us know your vision for this, why you love this company, and all of those things.
Thank you, Michaela. Well, let me first say hello to everyone and thank you for your time. And I'm just honored even to be here and that you've even given me your time to hear about 𝗵𝗱𝗱𝗀𝗀 Traders. I will share with you my story, help you understand a little bit about me, how I even got here, how 𝗵𝗱𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Traders got started. I'm just going to give you all, I'm kind of a raw person. I'm very transparent, and I think you'll kind of discover that and find that out about me as you kind of get to know me. I've been in the industry of direct sales for over 25 years. Develop a love-hate relationship for the industry. For those of you that have been in the space a long time, I know you've got to know what I'm talking about. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and to the point that I've even walked away from the industry for a number of years because of frustration from the industry. So I've kind of been through it all, seen it all. I've consulted in the industry. So I've seen a lot. I've lived abroad twice with the company. The first time I moved to London, England, over 20 years ago, with ACN. Some of you may have heard of ACN, American Communication Network, when they launched the deregulation of power and energy. That's really where I've had a lot of success in the network marketing space, was in deregulation of energy. And I stayed there in London 2 years. I'm very committed. If I'm going to do something, I commit. It was the first time I'd ever left the country, of the US, and it impacted my life so much that when I moved back, my son was conceived. I named him London Antoine 𝗵𝗱𝗱𝗀. But I didn't know cryptocurrency, in the 20+ years. So I had a mentor, a Chinese lady who had known me for about 10 years in the space, who was born in Vietnam, but raised in Los Angeles. She began to kind of teach me about crypto, and to the point that I was paying my bills with Bitcoin. I was buying my gas and filling, buying my groceries and paying my electric bill all with Bitcoin. Had a chance to kind of see how that worked. And I'm thinking, wow, man, why isn't everybody doing this, at that time? And I said, people, they just don't know what they don't know. I would fill up my tank with $60 of Bitcoin, and 2 weeks later, the $60 is back in my account. And I'm thinking, man, everybody should be doing this. Then that lady said, I'm going to start a business. And she said, Antoine, I've known you 10 years. I know your background, I know your character, I know your track record. I'd be honored if you work with me in this business. And I'm thinking, man, after what you just taught me in crypto, I'm like, okay. Well, I didn't know what I didn't know at that time. It was my very first crypto business. It was a company called ePlatform 365. And it was a promise to pay type business model where you would pay them your $5,000 or your $1,000, your $500, your $10,000, and they'll pay you every single day. But she was doing something very unique and different at that time that other companies were not doing in cryptocurrency. And she would even log into different companies' back office and show me the differences of what they were doing and what she was going to be doing with her company. I'm thinking, oh, okay, wow, this is cool. Well, it took off. It really went viral. That company paid out over $250 million in Bitcoin commissions in 2 years directly into consumers' wallets. They had some big major events in Dubai and events at the Ritz-Carlton in Bali and Jeju Island in Korea, gave away a Bentley and about 9 Panamera Porsche and 12 C-Class Mercedes and 300 presidential Rolex watches. I mean, it was just staggering, the growth and the success. But then the market changed and the business model was not sustainable. And that was my first experience. And I felt obviously very bad because I brought a lot of people to the table, even family members. And, you know, although a lot of people made a lot of money, you got to magnify it by 50, the number of people that got hurt, that lost money. I saw marriages break up, people lose their home. I mean, I had a lot of sleepless nights and that bad feeling in the pit of my gut. In the company, they were trying to do the right thing. They shifted from paying out in Bitcoin to having their own coin. They opened up their own exchange. The problem was it was too drastic of a shift for consumers to begin to trade. They didn't understand trade. They understood giving their money and having money being paid in their wallet. They didn't understand going to an exchange, buying coins, trading coins. They just didn't, it was too much of a drastic change. So I lost 11 Bitcoins and I have a wallet full of all these coins that was valued at 10 cents and grew to over $1.60 that I can't do anything with. So for me, it was a learning experience. And then one of our top leaders in that company, who was a Korean gentleman that made a few $1 million, again, trying to be supportive. He had the right intent. He wanted to help his people. And so he created his own company. He wanted me to be this unofficial president of that company, and because of the relationship that we had built, but he added a tangible product to what he was doing. He thought that would kind of help the business model. He opened up an exchange, he opened up a coin and all that stuff, and you can actually use that coin in one of the transportation facilities there in Korea. Right mindset, right intent, but again, was not sustainable. So through all that experience, I'm thinking, okay, there's got to be a right way to do this. There has to be. I was tired of the promise to pay type models. I didn't want to go through that again. That was my second crypto business model. I mean, I said, I'm not doing it. I didn't want to do the smart contract models because to me, it was 100% recruit driven. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Although I can have great success because I'm a master recruiter, I just was tired. I didn't want to do that anymore. And so there's a company called OneClick that got started. And I met the principals of that company and I said, okay, that is the right business model. And the principal was from Dallas, Texas, where I'm from, grew up in Dallas, and he went to high school not far from where I went to high school. And so there was, you know, a lot of connections that was there, and we just built up this great relationship. And over a period of time, OneClick was doing some things that wasn't right from a trading perspective. Because at this point, I've been living on trading because I live on crypto, been living on crypto for 5 years. So I'm not in it a little bit, I'm submerged into it. It's my life. It's how I provide. It's how I pay my bills to this very day. So from the last almost 4 years, it's been trading. My wife is a trader. I'm a trader. So I'm like, okay, I'm seeing things that are not right. Business model makes sense, but it's not right. And so it got to the point where I had this phone call with them. I said, look, either you can get this shit right or I'm gonna do it myself. Period. That's to the point where I was just fed up once again, stuff I'm going through. When I hung up that phone, the software developer called me and said, Antoine, you're right. I'm thinking, okay, at least now someone sound is being upfront with me and honest with me, because I've been a consultant. I've seen all the other side. I've been on the inside. So you don't have to give me the MLM jargon. You don't have to sugarcoat anything with me. If there are issues, if there's something going on, tell me what's going on. I can handle the truth. I can't handle a lie. And so he told me the truth. He said, Antoine, you're right. Here's the deal. Here's where I am. This is my feeling. I've been feeling this way for quite some time. He said, if you're ready, let's start the company. I said, I'm past ready. I've had to rebuild 4 times. I don't want to rebuild a 5th time. This is complete transparency, folks. You know, and here we are. He says, I'm going to add things to the software that they don't have and that they will never have. And so I partnered with them. We actually managed the database for the other company. It's a one-man show, nothing against the guys, just some things just were not done right. So we took a complete different approach, complete different philosophy. We are pretty much emulating eToro. If you've ever heard of eToro, they've been around about 7 years in the US. That's who we're emulating. They've got 50 traders. They started in Forex. You know, they're dibbling in crypto, but they have their own exchange. We're not an exchange. We are purely a software company. It's who we are. That's bridging the gap between the social trade community and pro traders. And so when we interview pro traders and talk to them, the problem that pro traders have is the ability to scale their business. They're using Telegram channels to send cryptocurrency trade signals. And for people have to be savvy enough to know how to plug into the channel, get the signal, go into their exchange, put in the actual buy, put in the stop loss if there is one, put in the sell limit. They have to know how to do all of that. Well, the reality is the majority of the people coming into cryptocurrency, they're not going to do that. And they don't know how to do that. Just a fact, they don't. I've already experienced it. They don't know how to do it. And they don't want to know how to do that. They want simplicity. That's what the majority want. I'm not talking about the minority. I'm speaking of the majority. I've already been through people who don't know how to log into an exchange. I've already been through all that stuff. I'm like, no. The most difficult part of our business right now is the one-time setup. Connecting what's called the API keys to our software. That is right there the most difficult part. And it's not very difficult for someone who is new, who maybe have never opened up a crypto wallet and all that stuff going there. That's a learning curve for them, but they only have to do it one time. And everything is automatic from there moving forward. So the simplicity on the side of what we have, no one can touch it. No one can touch it. So even for people in terms of pros who are sending out trade signals, they can't really grow and attract the majority that is coming into crypto right now. The second problem they have is the crypto market, as you know, never sleeps. So they're sending signals through the Telegram channel, and the majority of the people are missing the trade signals because they're asleep. So with our business model, it's automatic. It trades even while you are sleeping. So again, it just screams back to the simplicity of the business model itself. And the business model would be equivalent to me sharing with a customer where you bank, whether it be Barclays or Bank of America, whoever your primary bank is where you live. Imagine having a savings account at that bank. And there's a software that has the ability to connect to your bank account, but it does not have the power to withdraw. Just communicate and connect. And then we've got pro traders that you can choose from. And when these pro traders actually take a trade, the software is going to talk to your bank account and is going to facilitate that trade inside of your bank account. So the money never, ever leaves your bank account and you keep 100% of the profits. That is our business model. So now the customer is in full control of the risk factor because obviously trading is risky, you know, but the beauty of crypto trading as opposed to Forex trading, which I started in Forex trading over 5 years ago before I got involved with crypto trading, is there's no episodes of blown trading accounts, so to speak, where you've lost your money. Here in crypto, we are purchasing an asset that in some cases drop in value after we buy it, And it becomes a game of patience, holding that asset until the market recovers. For example, if you own 11 Bitcoins and you bought it at 50,000 and Bitcoin drops to 40,000, you still own 11 Bitcoins. It's just at a less value than what you purchased it. So you're waiting for the market to recover. And if you choose to sell it, you want to sell it, at a profit or at least minimize the loss. So in the crypto world, that's the game that we're playing when it comes to the trading. And the results have been pretty amazing from our traders. Really, really have. And we have 7 traders today. We want to have about 20 traders when it's all said and done. These traders, we interview them very thoroughly, and they have to be transparent. We look at their trade history on their own exchange. Probably for us, when we first started, the most difficult part was we didn't have a trade history. And I'm the type of guy that's so transparent that even though those traders, when we interviewed them, were great and showed us their history, when they became a part of Copy Pro Traders, I told them, I cannot promote you inside of CPT until I see your performance inside of CPT. I said, what you've done outside was great. It looks great. I said, and that's why we want you to be a part of us. I said, but I got to see what you do here. And we let the performance speak for itself inside of Copy Pro Traders. So for the first 30 days, I only promoted my wife because I knew what I was going to get. I've been living on that for 3.5 years. She's been consistent at averaging 2% per trade for over 3.5 years. So I would show every single trade every week. Here's the trades for the weeks. Here's the trade for the weeks until we build up the history. Now we will get to the point where on our website and the bios of the traders that we will show the past performance of all the traders so that anybody new coming to the company can go to the website, click on the bio of the traders and see their past performance. We're not there yet, but that's our goal. We will definitely get there and provide that type of transparency. There's a new look and feel to our website that's coming, all of that. So we're at the infancy stages. We just completed 90 days. So no one really knows who we are, but obviously the word is getting out simply because of the results. I always say time will either promote you or expose you. And it's just so happened time is promoting us in terms of where we are in our business today. Our business model, we are leveraging a social entrepreneurship model where we could take a for-profit business to help solve social global issues. I don't take a salary from the company. I get paid in the compensation plan because I am a builder, but I want to feel comfortable building something where I can lay my head down at night knowing that anybody that I bring to the table, I don't have to worry if something were to ever happen to Copy Pro Trader, God forbid, that they walked away with their cryptocurrency. I would not go through that again. And so I created a model where if somebody don't want to open their mouth and say one word to one single person, they don't have to. They can leverage the trading aspect, keep 100% of their profits, control their asset, and yet win on the trading side. We don't make any far-fetched promises, none of that. So in my opinion, we are what I consider a very clean model. When consumers subscribe, they help feed a child. We want to contribute to breast cancer, mental illness. My mom passed away at 37 of breast cancer when I was 18. I had a 6-year-old brother. I know what it's like to lose a loved one to breast cancer. And so I want to contribute and give back. So I know a lot of you may have seen the presentation. I'll go through it rather quickly, but I wanted to kind of come at a high level because of the caliber of people that we're talking to. I'll go through this information rather quickly, and then we can kind of open it up for questions if you have any. So I'll share my screen right now. So Copy Pro Traders, that's who we are, a crypto trade execution platform for professional traders, helping to solve their issue, allowing them to scale for their followers, but also a crypto trade execution platform for the non-professionals that would love to follow a professional trader. We wanted to provide what I feel is the absolute easiest crypto trading on the planet. I feel like we've done that. We are creating our own mobile app that's going to be available coming here in the near future. And obviously we want to scale our business and grow and allow the user experience to help us expand and grow our business globally. We are a software company. So when you really want to analyze who CopyPro traders are, we're a software company. No trade signals come from CopyPro traders. They come from the pros. Very, very important to understand. So we're not sending trade signals. The pro traders are sending the trade signals, leveraging our software to facilitate the trades. They're taking trades they would take even if there was no CopyPro traders. Here's another secret. The pro traders, they don't know you are following them. The pro traders don't know how much you're funding your account. They don't know how much per trade you're trading, nor do they make any profits from your trade. Very clean business model. So we're bridging that gap, as I said earlier, from the pro traders and a social trade community. And of course, the users maintain 100% control of their asset at all times, which means if you do have the skill set, when the pro trader takes a trade, you can actually go in your own exchange, set your stop loss if you want, and set your sales limit if you want. You have full 100% control at all times. But again, if we're talking about the majority, they're not going to do any of that. It's just going to be on autopilot for the majority of the people. Our pro traders are consistently reviewed to ensure high quality trading. You know, my background, I played football at the collegiate level, and my dream was to play in the NFL. And I could not pass a physical to play at the next level because of severe knee injuries. So I quit university, come home and work to help support my grandmother and my brother that was raising my brother at the time after my mom passed away. She only had a 4th grade education. And for me, when I evaluate these traders, and even when I talk to you as leaders, I'm going to talk from a perspective of, I remember being recruited and all the different coaches would come to my house and they wanted me to come play at their university. And they're telling me all these things of why you should come play at the University of Texas, why you should come play at Auburn, why you should come play at Michigan, why we want you, why you should come play here. They would share and highlight, even highlight why I don't want to play somewhere else, you know, and how that relates to traders. Yes, the traders have a great background. Yes, I've seen what they were able to do outside of CPT. And yes, now I'm starting to see what they can do inside of CPT. But we're constantly reviewing the traders. Every month is a new month. And so, you know, in football, you could have had an outstanding All-American season last year, but what are you going to do this season? Will you be an All-American this season? What's your performance going to be like this season? So with our traders, we're always, okay, yeah, you were great last month. How about this month? Can you perform this month? We're constantly reviewing the traders. And I'm going to tell you something else. You cannot judge a book by its cover. We had one pro trader, great guy. Oh my God, looked straight up Merrill Lynch type guy. Straight corporate CEO, impeccable background, impeccable resume. But ladies and gentlemen, could not perform inside of CopyPro traders. Could not. And to the point that we couldn't allow him to be one of our pro traders anymore. Wasn't that he was a bad guy, the strategy that he had, it just didn't fit our model. So it doesn't mean he was a bad trader. By no means am I saying that. But because we constantly review the traders, who we start with today may not be who we end with. And then we had this one trader, and I had a hard time just trying to get a picture, a professional picture from the trader to put on our website. He sent me 7 different pictures. And I'm thinking, man, I just don't know about this guy. And lo and behold, he turned out to be the best trader. And my partner and I, we laughed and we laughed. And when we analyzed the numbers, we looked at the numbers 6 different times and couldn't believe what we were looking at. Like, wait a minute, are we seeing this? Is this really what we're seeing? And so you can never judge a book by its cover. At the end of the day, the people that we have, they're performing. And it's starting to show. They have different strategies. We've done Zoom meetings with these traders, and they come on and talk. They're not required, by the way, to talk. but they have. They come on, they kind of share their strategies and, you know, show graphs and charts, all that trading stuff for people who are interested in there. It's kind of dry, you know, for some people. They like these charts and candlesticks and pips. But for some people, they love that and they want to learn that. Okay, so we didn't create a model and charging a fee for education. It's not what we did. Okay, so we constantly review the traders. Trading is commission free from the traders. The users keep 100% of the trading results. You can profit from trading yourself, being a trader, copying a trader, and building a referral base, which is optional. There's unlimited commissions that's paid immediately in Bitcoin. After 3 blockchain confirmations, your commissions are available. So there's no waiting around. You don't have to do the work 1 week and get paid the following week, or do the work 1 month and get paid the residual the following month. No. When you really, really understand the power of this model and you're building, because people are joining every day, that means people renewals are every day on the different days of the month, which means you're getting paid every day. And as that team grows and compounds, that Bitcoin is coming into your wallet every day, minute by minute, second by second, over time as the community grows. It's powerful. You would have to get a whole new email address just for your commissions, because you get the commission email alerts. Okay, unlimited commissions paid immediately in Bitcoin into the wallet of your choice. We use compression so that all of the available commission is paid out, meaning if someone chooses not to renew, then everything compresses up in terms of commissions. All money is paid out. The benefit for customers, again, we've already stressed it and talked about it. With mass adoption taking place, you've got a lot of people sitting on the sidelines saying, you know what, I've got to figure out this cryptocurrency business model. But they've heard so many horror stories. Some of them think that Bitcoin is a fraud because of the horror stories that they have heard. It's almost like Copy Pro traders have become the trauma center of cryptocurrency in business. I'm serious when I say that. So many people have come to CPT now who have shared their experience of what they've gone through. They've lost X amount of Bitcoins, they've lost X amount of dollars, and now they've recovered their money. There are people who have joined our business who are leveraging our compensation model to repay back people from other businesses that they were part of and people lost. They just kind of want to do the right thing. I've heard so many different stories, but we have become that trauma center to resuscitate people and give them life, not only in the direct sales space, but in the cryptocurrency space. People just feel comfortable with this model. Copy Pro Trader does not have any fees based on trading, nor are there any volume limits on trades, revenue shared based on volume or profits. It's a very, very clean model. To get started, obviously, you got to have a cryptocurrency wallet, and we're currently working with 3 cryptocurrency exchange, which would be equivalent to your bank. Kraken, Binance.com, 𝗵𝗵𝗱𝗄. We are going to add Gemini and Coinbase Pro. Those 2 are coming. All right. Our subscription is $99 in Bitcoin, so it's a monthly volunteer army. They receive an email update before renewal, so they have the option to renew. They can also renew with the commissions that are in their back office. So if they have enough to cover their subscription, they can actually pay for their subscription with the commission and save on the blockchain mining fees. You connect your API code and your private code from the exchange to the software, so that when the trader actually takes a trade, the software communicates with your exchange and facilitate the trade that takes place where? Inside of your own exchange. And of course, you select the Pro Trader. This is kind of the page that the customer would see when they're actually about to pay for their subscription. We added a little bit more information in red on the newer page here. Well, it lets the consumer know if they're paying with Bitcoin out of their from their exchange, they need to add a little bit more Bitcoin because, for example, Binance charges a certain percentage and it comes out. And so Copy Pro Trader doesn't get what they need to receive, which is the $4.99. So we put a note there in red to let them know, hey, if you're paying from an exchange, you want to add 0.00, whatever it is, to cover the withdrawal fee from the exchange. And then we added a hyperlink under the QR code where after they make the payment, they can click the hyperlink. It takes them straight to the blockchain where they can see when there's been 3 confirmations and they can see exactly the amount of BTC that Copy Pro Traders is going to receive. This is a snapshot of the dashboard back office. This is the one-time setup. area that would need to be done so that a person can be in position for trade. You can select the default exchange here. You can check the active trade box. Here's where you enter the amount per trade that you want to trade. We are doing spot trading, swing trades. You have to have what's called Tether in your account on your exchange. USDT Tether. It's considered a stable coin, and we're going to buy low and sell high. That is the concept, capturing the gains, and we'll do them over and over and over again. Buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. Okay, now obviously, do we win every single trade? Absolutely not. The beauty of this model is there's so much transparency. This is not one of those companies where you're giving them your money and somebody's telling you we're trading behind the veil and you really can't see what's going on behind the veil. No, here you actually see the trading because it's being traded on your own personal exchange that nobody has access to but you. You can select your pro trader. Okay, we typically numerically number the traders based on performance for the week. Based on performance for the week. So you'll see this change from time to time. I believe if you like a trader, you just kind of follow that trader's philosophy, stick with them. If you want to change next month, okay, but some change within the month. It's up to you. If you switch from one trader to the next, the traders that you have outstanding will still close when the original trader closed the trades. So everything is automatic. You don't have to do anything. You could just simply monitor what's going on your exchange and from the dashboard back office of Copy Pro Traders. You'll see where you can connect your API key, your private code. We do have hyperlinks under each exchange. So if you click that link, it opens up and gives you instructions and visual aids and pictures of where to find the API keys on the exchange and how to copy and paste and what box to check, what box not to check. In other words, you don't check the box that says withdraw funds. We don't want to withdraw your funds, so you don't check that box. So we're very, very clear in the instructions that you will see in the pictures from the hyperlinks that are below each exchange. And then there's a button at the bottom where you save the information. The way you structure your account to win with Copy Pro Traders is to make sure that you can be in as many trades as possible. When these traders share their strategy and philosophy, they're telling consumers it's great if you can structure your account where you can be in at least 12 to even more than 20 trades at any given time. It doesn't mean that that trader is going to put you in 20 trades within 24 hours, but they're taking in consideration the market dropping. And so there could be some trades that are holding for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the market recovers. But meanwhile, they're still trading, making up, money on the other side while they're waiting for the market to come back in these other tradings that are still pending. And then all of a sudden the market comes back, boom, and you're right back in profit with a lot of these trades. So that's the concept in terms of swing trading. We are going to add in the future BTC trade pairs, Ethereum trade pairs. We're currently trading about 9 cryptocurrencies at the moment: XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, EOS, DOT, ADA, and one other. So it's about 9 that we're currently trading at the moment. We're adding the Bitcoin pairs and Ethereum pairs because some of our pro traders, they are experts in the BTC pairs. Some of them have never, ever lost a trade in BTC pairs, which has been amazing. So because we own the software, this is ours. We own it. We have everything internal. When we need to add something, we can easily add it. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. There's so much that we want to roll out. We've done what we've done thus far because we wanted to manage our growth here at the beginning. We want to manage our growth here. When a trader takes a trade, you receive an email that lets you know the trader you are following has just made a trade to buy Link, in this example with USDT. That's the 9th coin that I missed, Link. You can verify on your exchange if the trade was taken. We're happy to have you as a part of family of traders. We're here to help you every step of the way. When we first started, there was no email. We were sending out messages in WhatsApp to let you know that a trade was taking place and you can go verify on your exchange. But of course, we got better and better and better. So you also receive an email when that trade closed. I'm going to back up one step here. Again, I'm the guy that tells you everything. I give you the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. The one thing that we can add, in which we're doing that right now, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that by the end of this week, it will be ready. We're going to add a test button back here on this dashboard so that when a new person connect their API keys, the first question they have in their mind is, am I connected right? I hope I did this right. And the only way they know today is if a trade takes place. So we're going to add a test button back here, and where that new person can now do a minimum trade, say of $20, click the test button to see if the API keys are connected. And if it's not, it's going to let them know what the issue is. So we are, man, so close. I'm saying a week. I think it's going to be done in less than a week, but my fingers crossed, if nothing happens within a week, that test button will be back there. That right there is going to change everything from a service perspective, especially with new people coming on board. So that's coming, guys. That's very, very important for you to know. Okay, the emails, got that. Again, this is my wife. This was the very first trader that I really highlighted because, again, I knew what the people were going to get. There's no question in my mind what they were going to get. It's almost like, you know, when you got Tom Brady, you know what you're going to get. He's been doing it for so long. He's the GOAT in that space. So that he's been consistent. Even he goes to another team, you know what he's going to do. And so even though she was not a part of Copy Pro Traders, it just outside and how we live and the quality of life we've been able to live, I know what I was going to get. And so I would share that with the customers when we first started. And they were saying, well, do you have any trade history? No, we don't have any, but we're going to show you week by week and day by day as we kind of go along. And that's what we did. So in January, from the 5th to the 31st, she actually had taken 62 trades. 52 of them were winners. She averaged 36.18% monthly profit minus the exchange fees. Her goal was to average 2% winnings per trade. That's, you know, averaging the loss and in her wins, but she under-promised and over-delivered, almost hit 3% per trade. Here is our list of traders. This was a snapshot from March 1st to April 5th. The trade numbers. Marcus, that was the guy I was telling you about, that you can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, just been pretty amazing. 7.55% on 87 closed trades, which means if you were trading $300 per trade and you were in on all 87 trades, that would be your profit minus the exchange fees. Okay, Jonathan, excuse me, 5.57%, 70 closed trades. You can see the profits. 𝗍𝗲, very consistent as long as I've known her. You know, 3.71%, 73 closed trades. You can see your profit. Ramon, another new trader. He's an expert in BTC pairs, 4.52%. You can see the number here. Clarence, he's at the bottom because he's new. Good trader, just he's new. And again, I don't highlight traders until I really, really see their numbers. He's been here now a little bit, where now he's at 45 closed trades. I can show you his numbers, averaging 3.48% on his trades. So again, we want to have about 20 traders when it's all said and done. We're at 7 at this point. Now we're going to get to our compensation plan. We have our Missions of Love project, and when we created this, I come from a spirit of serving, of servicing. I'm more spiritual than religion, and I know how I grew up in what I consider the hood, and I know what my mom was like, you know, struggling as a single parent to raise 2 boys. I remember the lights being turned off, me not understanding that, you know, when she was fighting cancer, going through chemotherapy. You know, I didn't know what I didn't know as a young man. It wasn't until I became an adult that I really understood her struggle of what she was going through, and understand why the lights were turned off, and understood, you know, just how we were living. It didn't really she didn't make me feel like we were like poor. But now that I'm grown, I'm thinking, oh my God, how in the world did she do it? You know? And so my hat goes off to her, what she was able to do. But for me now, being in this space, as long as I've been in the space, I've had the cars, I've had the house, I've had all those things from what this industry can give us, and still live great today. But for me, it's about significance. It's about significance. I was doing this before I started Copy Pro Traders, and I just thought I wanted to bring it inside of the Copy Pro Trader business model. Instead of asking people for money, I'm just telling you, if you build this business, the more commission dollars you earn, and some of you, I've heard what you've been able to do where you were and where you are, which has been nothing short of amazing. If you do that here, in which you can with this commission model, oh my God, the number of children that you will feed, and we are going to show you the impact that you will have, it will be amazing. Amazing. Your heart will feel good. You'll feel great about what you're doing. When you make a difference in your own world, you're going to help make a difference in the world. That is the business model. But I want to make sure you fully understand how that works. One of the charitable organizations we're working with is Feed My Starving Children. They've been doing this for over 17 years, so they've got a great global footprint of shipping meals worldwide. And more importantly, they have the proper nutritional meal content to give the children's body what it needs on a day-to-day basis. And so far, they've shipped out more than 2.7 billion meals worldwide. But we're also going to work with other charitable organizations as well. As far as the commissions, it's very clean. We don't have these 2/3, 3/3 binaries. There's no matrix, none of that stuff. It's just a clean unilevel plan, 7 levels. But what's interesting, because we pay in Bitcoin, when we started in January, people that earn these $21 direct is turned in over 60. And the people that earn the $7 is turned in over 20. And now you look at BTC today, it's been over 60, another record high. As BTC continues to grow, as you guys know, then this is not some $21, $7 deal. And people that look at it that way, see it that way, they're clearly missing the boat. Because even on the 21s and the 7, oh my goodness, it adds up very quickly as you start to gain momentum within the team. And it's interesting, I had a phone call conversation with a couple leaders who are nowhere near your levels, nowhere near your level. I would consider them a C player in the space, knowledgeable, but just haven't had that hit in the space yet. Haven't had, where they make great money. But they were positioned so uniquely here, and I could see the effort they're putting in and the growth within their teams, that I had that phone call with them and say, look, guys, let me just share with you where you are and what's about to take place financially for you and what I'm seeing. If you keep doing this over the next 60 days, you're going to earn more money in this industry than you ever had in your life. And that would just be the beginning. It wasn't 30 days later it started to happen for them. Now they're making more money than they've ever made in any network marketing business model in 90 days. And it's those kind of stories for me, for new people, that really, really fires me up. It just, to me, it shows that the business model is right. The compensation plan is right, because if people like that can make money, then we know that people like yourself, who are truly skilled and have a following, because these people did not. These are your everyday, ordinary people. People that have a following will kill it. This is 7-figure plus monthly over time through a global business with this model. The numbers are staggering. So it's $21 in direct. It's monthly. So when they renew, 21, 21, 21. I've got people that have personally directly referred more than 95 direct people in less than 2 weeks. I've got people that directly referred more than 60 in about a week. And so for people who have that influence, they're just killing it. The indirects, to qualify to get paid on generation 2 through 7, you have to refer 2, and it unlocks 2 through 7. So now you get paid 7, 7, 7 on all of the indirects, generations 2 through 7. Top affiliate, we created this for the committed series builder. You have to personally refer a minimum of 15, and those 15 have to have 5 directs each. When you do that, you're now considered a top affiliate. And so on all your directs, even when they renew, and any new directs that you personally refer, you're going to earn the 21 plus the additional $10 top affiliate on all renewals and all new directs. On your indirects, generation 2 through 7, when they renew and anybody new coming into the business, you're going to earn the $7 2 through 7 plus $10 on each indirect. And then below the 7th level, 10, 10, 10, unlimited levels until there's another top affiliate in the line of sponsorship, which means if you're wide and there's one leg and down on the 50th level, there's a top affiliate. Okay, from that top affiliate down below, that top affiliate is picking up the $10. Above, you're picking up the $10, not to mention all the other legs, you're picking up the 10, 10, 10, 10, unlimited levels deep. It's a very, very lucrative model that pays you in real time. Traders, the company pay them $2 every month for every user that selects that trader as the follower. So at the end of the month, the company takes a snapshot of the number of followers and pays that trader accordingly. This is independent and in addition to that pro trader bringing their team, bringing their following and earning a direct commissions, earning an indirect commissions, and even promoting the top affiliate. Here's what a lot of people don't understand and gather. Some of the top traders today, we may not attract them. But as we build this social trade community to hundreds of thousands, we become attractive to that famous cryptocurrency trader. Because when they come into this model and they see that we already have a social trade community, and through the simplistic use of the software, it connects all of their followers. They can have 25,000 followers in 24 hours, and they're going to earn $2 per follower. Not to mention the $7 and the $21 from the direct and indirect and the additional $10 top affiliate. It becomes a very, very lucrative model for that pro trader automatically. And then as they perform, imagine how many people will continue to follow them as they start to see the numbers. So it's a very, very lucrative model for the pro traders if they can perform over time. Numbers, as you guys know, here I reduced it. On the 5 to get 5, 5 is significant, obviously, because it covers your monthly subscription, out of profit versus out of pocket. But down on the 7th level, I reduced it because that would be over 78,000 on the 7th level. I reduced it down, but it's still over 346,000 a month in Bitcoin. And you're not even a top affiliate. The 22,000 a month, not even a top affiliate. And I could have said 2 to get 2 to get 2 all the way down 7 levels. Still a very, very lucrative business model. And then obviously I just kind of gave a snapshot of top affiliate, 15 personals. They have to have 5 each, 75. And then from the 75, I reduced it down to 3, who's getting 3, who's getting 3, down the remaining levels. It's still 464,564 a month. And that's not including the additional $10 below the 7th level. It's a very, 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 very lucrative business model. $21 on your direct, $7 on your indirects, some generations 2 through 7, $10 top affiliate bonus. Trading is commission free. You keep 100% trading profits. The only qualifications, you have to have an active subscription. So the software only works if customers are active. Commissions are available immediately in Bitcoin. So in your back office on your dashboard, you see your commission. It's automatically allocated to the BTC address that you save in the system. Also in the back office, it shows you the mining fees, the Bitcoin mining fees, okay? They are high. I don't like it. Nothing I can do about it. They're high. But we've discovered the best time to withdraw the commission to reduce the fee is about 12 midnight Central Standard Time. Now, with that being said, we're looking to add Tether so that consumers can pay with Tether and we can pay our commissions with Tether. So then consumers would actually have 2 wallets. Anybody that pays in BTC, you get paid in BTC. Anybody that pays in Tether, you get paid in Tether, so that we could reduce those fees. Those are the things that we're looking at. Again, since we own our software, these are the things that we can do, you know, with time to make it better and better. As I've been stating, you're in control of your crypto trading funds at all time. You have unlimited income potential. There's no cap. We use compression so that all of the available commission is paid out, okay? Which means if I'm your level 1, Michaela's your level 2, okay? And I choose not to renew, Michaela renews, the $21 compresses up to you. because all commissions are paid out, okay? You can profit from trading and building a referral base. Most importantly, no commissions are paid from your referrals funding of their trade account. In other words, this is not one of those programs where the more money you fund your account, the more commissions that are paid out. It's not this business model. It's a very, very clean model. Nor are there any additional commissions from your trading profits. Your money is your money here with CPT. And of course, as with any business, your results may vary and will be based on your own individual capacity, work, business experience, expertise level, desire. There's no guarantee concerning the level of success you may experience. Any testimonies and examples used are exceptional results which do not apply to the average purchaser and are not intended to represent or guarantee that anyone will achieve the same or similar results. Each individual success depends on his or her background, dedication, effort put forth, desire, and motivation. So with that being said, I'll stop sharing my screen. And Michaela, we can kind of begin to open it up for questions for those that may have any. And if you do, participants are able to unmute themselves at any given time.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I am so fired up. My messages are like blowing up right now from people that are on here and they're just super excited. So thank you for that. That was absolutely perfect. I know that a lot of people came on and did have some questions to start with. I'm not sure if you answered them during that because it was very thorough. But yeah, if you absolutely have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask them. And we're super excited to hear them.
I actually have a question. This is 𝗖𝗍𝗆, and great presentation. You covered so much, and you know, it's one of those things that you could really pass on and have the whole story told. But here's my quick question. From the time that the professional, the pro trader does his trade or initiates the trade, is there a delay between that and what happens in our exchange?
No, the only delay is the process of buying. The buying is starting to take place. And so you'll get an email letting you know, boom, this trader is buying. So things are processing at that point. And then you'll be able to start to see on your exchange, even in the back office of your dashboard of Copy Pro Traders, what was bought at what price it was bought.
Okay, because this is such a quick moving, you know, market, obviously. So
yes,
that can be a big difference there in terms of the profit on each thing. Can you tell me, when did you launch?
We did a soft launch in December of 2020. So we let consumers kind of get started for free because we were not taking any money. There was no trading taking place. People could just kind of get in position. And for the people that did get in position at that time, we extended their renewal 4 weeks. So when we did start taking money, which was in January, they didn't have to renew for another 4 weeks after the trading started. Okay. So there was kind of a grace period to say, hey, thank you for trusting in us, for getting started with us, kind of being the leaders to pave the way. So we extended their renewals 4 weeks after the trading started. So trading started pretty much in January.
Okay, thank you. One more question, if I may.
Absolutely.
Do you have a home office here in the United States? And I'm always looking at, we've all looked at, you know, so many programs. I've been involved with crypto for a long time, and I'm so passionate about crypto. But everything that I've seen so far, I just can't see any flags that would flag, let's say, SEC or, you know, federal trade and that sort of thing. So is there something that you could share with me that I haven't thought about yet? Or, you know, because that's the main thing. If we bring people here, we want it to be a safe environment for everyone. So I wondered if you could share anything that you have either looked at or are wondering about in terms of
well, okay, I'm talking to leaders, right? Mm-hmm. I'm talking to leaders. Okay. I've seen people, they try to do reviews on our company and all that stuff, and they're reviewing from the surface. They haven't really digged in, I can tell, because they get maybe 30% of it right. And some of the things that they're trying to highlight, saying that we don't do it, that we do, we actually do, but don't highlight it. It's in our terms and conditions, which is where we need to have them from a legality standpoint. It's all in our terms and conditions, okay? And we do have an office, which is a small office because we're a software company. It's in Dallas, Texas, where my partners are, where I'm originally from. And we're owned by the 𝗖𝗽𝗆 Corporation. is who owns 𝗵𝗍𝗱𝗀 Traders, which is the software company that's been around for more than 10 years. These guys got 20 years experience in software, and they actually created software for different network marketing companies. My partner sold his company to another very well-off guy, and that company still exists today. And some people, like Michaela, was even part of that company at one point in time. So yeah, on the software side, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're not necessarily builders.
Sure. Yeah.
They're just software guys. And one of the other partners, he's the coder type guy. They're never going to do a Zoom. You'll never really see these guys. They're computer geeks.
You got to love them because without that, wouldn't be a company.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right, Terry. You're right.
I was just looking at the whole platform, and I'm very impressed. I have to tell you, I'm very impressed with the simplicity of it. You kept saying that, Anton, the simplicity. And if you're going after the masses in the world, I always work kind of globally, and it's all about how simple it is and how simple, what can it do for those people. So anyway, I won't get on my.
I'll tell you a quick story. And all of this is because of simplicity. So again, I'm living here in Hanoi, Vietnam, right? I did not introduce one person in Vietnam, and I very well could have, because the company that I was with before had a huge Vietnamese market. But because I know what they've gone through and what they've experienced in the crypto space, didn't want it. It was so bad here that my wife and I almost had to move out of Vietnam. So I'm like, nope, not now, not ready. So one person in Georgia introduced a person in Florida who introduced a gentleman in India. The person in India knew a leader in Vietnam, created a group chat. The leader he entered from Vietnam, my wife and I have known her for 2 years.
It's 5:30.
And I'm thinking, oh. We met with her and about 5 other people that she had. And we talked. They love the business model because, again, what Vietnam has gone through in crypto. I mean, there's been so much loss here. They got in position. Terry, they tested the trading for 2 months. They just finished 2 months 2 weeks ago. They had their second Zoom meeting last night. Over 300 people on that Zoom. And so now all these people coming. We were in a coffee shop a few days ago, and I'm thinking, where are all these people coming? We almost shut the coffee shop down in the back room. All these people coming, and they are just so impressed, as you, Terry, with the business model and the simplicity. So that, to me, and the control of people's money is what is bringing people here, obviously with the results.
Thank you so much. And I just want to give hats off to Carlos because he's the one that introduced me here. And I'm going to, I think, be forever grateful for that, Carlos. All right. I'm sorry to take up so much time. Go ahead, please.
No, not at all. Any other questions?
Sarah, did you want to go ahead? I know that you were next. Did you want to unmute yourself and ask?
Yeah, thanks, guys. I really enjoyed that presentation. I've been on them a lot, so I know it really good now. And I've been with you for a month now, and I really love it. I had one question. I always hear you say this platform is called a social trading platform, because people are going to ask me that a lot. Like, Sarah, what is this? An MLM? Is this a smart contract? Is this decentralized or centralized? Like, people are going to ask me all these things. So, like, what do you call it? You know, what would you say?
I would call it a social trading affiliate business model. That's leveraging a social entrepreneurship concept. Yeah. Social affiliate business model, social trading community.
Got it. Perfect. Thanks a lot for your help. That's all I had. Thanks.
Renee, did you want to go next? I saw your hand pop up after Sarah's.
Yes, thank you. So I have a question, and this may have been answered in the presentation, which, by the way, I agree was a great presentation. And yes, thank you, Carlos, for introducing me to this. So I'm super excited about this. My one question is, and I've been kind of, I guess, pre-recruiting, sharing it with people before I even knew the whole thing, but that's just what I do. And so I had some people ask me, you know, the question is, when you say that you do the work, we pay the $99 and then we pay that in Bitcoin. If we, from what I understand, if we do not exceed that $99 in the trades, then that $99 is waived. And then also, how much of the work is done is how much work is required on us, you know, to get those trades completed.
Okay, good point. So that model of what you spoke of, where if you haven't been in profit, then you don't pay the $99. We have not implemented that yet, because that is going to take, obviously, a mathematical formula that we have to create to say, okay, the customer is going to have to be willing to trade this amount every trade. They're going to have to be willing to take X amount of trades each month. And they're going to have to check this box to agree to that, so that if they're not in profit, then we will extend their renewal until they are in profit. So let me share with everyone who hadn't really heard that concept, so they can understand a direction that we're looking to go sometime in the future. We're not there today, but again, sometime in the future. Because of who we are, we're purpose driven and we're mission led, meaning we want to serve and feed children. In order to do that, customers have to be here and they have to pay the $99. If they're not here, they're not paying the $99, then we're not accomplishing the mission and the purpose. So why do we have to allow customers to leave? That's what we were thinking in our mind. So why don't we create a model where if the customer is not profitable from trading, they don't pay the subscription until they are. Meanwhile, they can stay, they can keep building their team, earning commissions, and it's a win-win model. They feel like they're here and they don't have to pay until they're winning. So you understand the spirit of where we come from, but that takes some time. We got to program that into our system. We got to figure out, how does that look? What is that a dollar? Is it $300 per trade? Is it $500 per trade? We got to figure out all those factors. But I'm telling you, at some point in time in the near future, we will move that direction, okay? But with that being said, okay, Renee?
Yes.
That was another part of that question. Help me with that second part. I wanted to make sure I cleared that first part. Help me with that second part.
No worries. Yeah. So how much of the work is required from the member, what we're called, how much of the work is required from us to complete that trade, so that trade is, you know, lucrative?
None.
Okay.
The only thing you have to do is monitor how much USDT you have in your account. For example, let's say you set up $1,000 and you're doing $100 trades, just an example. So that means you can be in 10 trades, right? So what if you have $90 in your account, not quite 100? So that means if there's another trade, you're not going to be able to take that trade because you have your per trade amount set at 100, but you only got $90 in USDT in your account. So that means you would need to go into your back office of Copy Pro Traders and change your trade amount to reflect how much USDT you have, so that you can be in that trade. And then it's just a matter of changing the number and clicking save. And then that's it. So the thing that I would say the consumer needs to do is just monitor. Just monitor. You're getting emails letting you know what's going on. Just from time to time, monitor. But I got some people now, they're comfortable. It's just they got it on autopilot. They started with a small amount. Now they've added more because they've experienced, they felt comfortable. And so the beauty of the model is a person can always add more at any comfort level they want.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for clarifying that. And then the other thing too is that, would you say someone starting out brand new, never ever done any type of trading whatsoever, would you recommend that they start out really small, like $30, or, you know, is this something they can maybe feel a little confident about and go higher? Because I'm used to dealing with high dollars, but at the same time, I've never really done this before. I've done one trade my whole entire life. I was grateful. I made $600 in one day off of it. That was awesome. That's the only one I've ever done in my life. So this is like really, really brand new to me.
That was Forex, I'm sure.
No, it wasn't. It was actually just Safe Moon. I just went on this thing and did Safe Moon. It was just a, yeah.
Crypto?
Yeah. Well, no, it was B&B. So yeah.
Okay. Binance.
Yeah, Binance. Yeah, it was just a trade. I did it and I tried it and someone showed me how to do it and I did it and I was like, oh, I just made $600. I'm like, oh, I like this. And then when I heard about this, I'm like, what? Trading? Okay, I'm really intrigued with the trading. So
Yeah, another thing, we're going to add quite a few other altcoins that are very, very, very lucrative as opposed to Bitcoin. Let me tell you something. There's so much more money in some of the altcoins than there are in Bitcoin. All right, when we add some of these other coins, you will probably never ever get paid. Matter of fact, my wife never really trades Bitcoin. So if you're following her, you probably will never really see a Bitcoin. She's pretty much more in some of the other altcoins because 3% or 4% is either easier to obtain in some of the other coins versus trying to get 3 or 4% in Bitcoin in some cases. So, but there's more to come. Now, I'm sorry, guys, I'm looking at this time and I'm getting the message out because I have to.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm multitasking here at the same time. So forgive me for that. But from a simplistic standpoint and the ease of use of what we have and the things that we're going to add, this is automatic. And at $30 right now, to test it, yes, but at some point they need to add more money because you need to be able to cover your 99. To me, the way things are looking now, no less than $100 per trade. But honestly, and that's just now because the way the market is. But before, I was saying at least $300 per trade.
Okay. No, that's fine.
At least $300 per trade because it's got to make sense. The numbers got to make sense.
Yeah, I like to play high too, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate your time. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Brittany, I think your hand popped up next. Do you want to unmute yourself?
Yes, thank you. Can everybody hear me? Because I've had a few connection issues.
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, I know you said earlier you guys are going to add a test button on that dashboard so that we can know that everything went through correctly. So until that happens, what's the turnaround time from when somebody signs up, does everything, puts their API from Kraken into the website until they start seeing trades and they know that everything went through successfully?
That is that's kind of what do you call that? Not ghost, but you're just kind of that holding pattern. It could depend. It could be 48 hours. It could be 72 hours because it depends on the trader that you're following. So let's say you just sign up right now and you say, okay, I'm choosing Marcus. Well, Marcus could have probably just taken a trade right before you enter your API keys, and Marcus may not take another trade for 2 days. So now you're just kind of on pins and needles waiting. Man, I hope that's right, So that's the area where it requires patience, and really one just have to say, okay, if I follow these instructions correctly, then I know I'm okay. I'm okay. So it's that holding pattern that is uncomfortable right now for a lot of new members because they're so excited they want to be in on their first trade. And most importantly, they want to make sure it's connected right. And trust me when I tell you, Brittany, we know that, which is why the very next publish to come out is that test button. I'm on them every day. Guys, how we looking? How we looking? And they know it. They know it's important. And I'm hoping within the next week, it will be done. So it could be 24, 48, even 72 hours, depending on the trader and what's going on in the market. I've seen it happen as soon as someone gets set up. I've seen it happen 3 days later because of the market.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sarah, did you have another question?
Yeah, I heard you say you had an exchange that you were trading the XRP on. I didn't see that one on the Kraken one. What exchange was that on?
Binance hit BTC, but I think Kraken, it just that because of some stuff that just happened.
Yeah, I don't think it's on the Kraken one, huh?
Yeah.
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 Okay,
I'll
I was
find out
just
for you,
curious.
and I'll send a message out in our Telegram channel.
Okay. And then I noticed in my account, so like, you fund your account with the USDT, and then you can tell that I'm assuming you can tell you're in open trades by the other coins that you have in your portfolio, right? That would be open.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, because at first I didn't really understand. I was like, oh, this is a cool way to accumulate more coins, but you're not really accumulating more coins because you get the profit when they're selling it back into USDT, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I understand that correctly, because I almost was thinking of it different when I first started. So that makes sense. So we know how much like profit we have, what we have able to use right now is in the USDT, but you could always throw any other coin that you have into the USDT. Like say you needed it for like an emergency or something, you can do that right away. It's not like held up in there, correct?
Yep. You always have your money. Yeah, if you're actually in an asset, which is a trade, and you say, oh, I need that money, you can go sell it if you want. You have full control. We're actually going to add in the back office. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna show something real quick here. I'm gonna show something real quick. Let me get it up here. Bear with me 1 second. I thought I had it. Okay, let me go here. Let me refresh. Let me show you something real quick. Okay, now let me share my screen. Let me know if you guys see this.
Yep, we can see it.
Okay, so this is the back office dashboard of trade history. All right. And it will show you, the trade ID, the date, the exchange ID, the pairs, quantity, the price, the sale, okay, the buy, the sale, and if it's open or if it's closed, and then it shows your profit, your P&L right here, right? Shows you all that, right?
It's a whole lot of green.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to add in the future, again, this won't be right away. I'm talking to leaders. So I'm sharing with you kind of forecasting out what's going to happen. We're going to, like right now, if you're in an open trade right now, okay, like this trade is open, you can go sell it on your exchange, but it will not reflect your P&L in the back office of our dashboard because you went and took control of that trade and not the trader you're following. So it won't show you your P&L. But we're going to add a button back here that says sell, so that if you want to sell it on your own, you can sell it by clicking that button, and it will show you your P&L in your back office on your dashboard. So we're going to add that for simplicity so that someone don't have to go to their exchange and sell. If they want to sell, they just sell right here from the back office.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Is that what that is? Because I noticed in my back office, like some of them are closed. So that must be the ones that I did, right? Where you don't see that profit next to it, where it says
trader.
Yes, if you close them yourself. Have you closed any of your trades yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Oh,
then that's why.
So that's what that is. It looks a little bit different in the back office. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You will not
where
see
it's like
a
nothing.
P&L.
Yeah.
You will not see a P&L because you took control of that trade, which is okay.
Got it. Yeah.
But you won't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that on accident. And then I was like, what is that one day? But now it just connected as soon as you just said that. So thanks a lot for saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah, I was going to say too, with you mentioning the USDT thing, at first, when I first started getting into this too, I kind of thought the same thing as you, like that I was going to have in my wallet or portfolio a bunch of different currencies, right? And that's what they were trading with. And then it went up and down with the market. And then I actually realized, and my husband, Brandon, actually likes this better, right? Because you don't have to worry about if the market crashes. It's basically a stable coin. And so we had money sitting in savings, right? And it wasn't doing anything in our bank account. We weren't making anything on it sitting in our bank. And so I think that a lot of people really like this because it is a safe place that they can put their savings or their money, and then it's making money on itself. And after having been in this for, over a month and stuff like that, like I feel really confident in it, like I want to get my family members in this and stuff because like, the US dollar is losing value. And so if you're putting it in here, then you have that ability to have it traded with. And so that's what we've done. We've actually thought about, selling some things and putting more funds into this from that aspect. So I have a lot of people that have savings accounts and things like that. And they're like, I would rather have it sitting here and making money potentially than not doing anything in my bank.
Yeah. Excellent.
Any other, Carlos, do you want to?
All right, so awesome. Thank you so much, Antoine. Amazing presentation, and thank you for the leadership that you provide here. So thank you so much, and thank you, ಮಿಖೇಲಾ. So I got 3 questions. Number one, being bilingual, right, speaking Spanish, and you having a wife that's Vietnamese and a big Vietnamese clientele. What's the plan for launching this in different languages?
Well, we just completed the Spanish video. So the video that's on the front of the company's website that kind of gives a little overview. We have that in Spanish now. There are leaders now that have, I've got the PowerPoint in Spanish. There are a couple leaders now that are doing their own Spanish PowerPoint presentations. I just completed the video in Vietnamese, and there's about 7 more languages that are coming in terms of that promotional video. So yeah, we're ready now for other languages in other markets.
Awesome. All right, thank you for that. Let's talk a little bit about support, right? So I know when you're in your back office, you want to contact support. You got in the lower right hand side, you got the little chat button. Is that the best way, or any future plans for like making improvements to support?
Yes, that is the plan. That box back there, that's going to be the only way to support, but we've had issues with it. One of the problems that we discovered that we had, and they didn't tell us this, is if you contact the support by using your desktop and you created a chat and, trying to support about an issue, and then you went to your mobile phone and you use it, the messages didn't coincide. No one knew that you sent a message through on your PC. We see the first message on your mobile device. We was like, that's not going to work. And finally, we got them to, to be truthful and say, okay, well, we can't do that. We was like, okay, stop billing us. This is not going to work. So hopefully by next week, we'll have the new support channel information so that all correspondence go there. It works whether you're using a mobile device, a tablet, or PC, so that we can respond in a normal time. And then we added more support staff as well to help, because that's an area that we've dropped the ball as well, is right there in the support chat. But that was the part of the issue, is because people were sending a message on the PC and then they're sending a message on their mobile device. It's not their fault, but we didn't know that there was an issue with the software until we started discovering, wait a minute, they're saying that they sent a message. We don't see that message. Where is that message? So it's been a nightmare, but nevertheless, we figure out what the issue is so that we can improve upon it. And that's what we're doing now.
Gotcha. Okay. So in the meantime, until that gets set up, what's the preferred way to do it now? Is it email or what should we do?
No, it's the chat, but use one device. So if you're coming from the PC, stick to the PC until the issue is resolved. If you go in on your mobile device, stick to the mobile device until the issue is resolved. They will respond in a timely manner.
Gotcha. Okay. And then 2 more questions. So are you working on an app, your own app at this point? CPT
yes,
app?
We will have an app. Yeah. On the app, it's going to give the consumer control to decide if they want to push the button and take a trade.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
So we're going to have 2 features. You can activate the trade if you want, or you can just leave it on autopilot where it automatically will trade for you.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, cool. And then the last question is, so I'm new to Kraken. I've never used it. I've used to other exchanges and stuff like that. So I got set up because man, I was really shocked at how quick I got verified. I wasn't used to getting verified so quickly. So now if I want to start like holding some coins in there, right, where they don't get traded, like in other words, they're not part of the API. Okay, am I able to do that? Like, let's say I just want to hold some ADA coins, some Cardano coins. Am I able to do that in that exchange, or don't even mix them up, take them over to another exchange?
You can, but if you're going to trade on your own, I would say keep this clean. Use your just keep it clean, because the last thing you want is you're in this coin or in a trade, and then all of a sudden it takes out, it removes out, and you may not be ready to come out of a certain trade.
Gotcha.
That you're doing manually on your own. So I just tell people I would keep it clean. I'm working with 3 different exchanges.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll leave Kraken for purely for CPT, and that's it. Okay.
Yeah, and that way you can see exactly what's going on within CPT. No question, you know what's going on. It's very clean for you.
Gotcha.
That would be my suggestion.
Antoine, all right, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, man, and thank you for entrusting CPT.
My pleasure, man. Thank you.
Perfect. Does anybody else have any other questions? Oh, go ahead and unmute yourself.
I just have one quick question. Do you have any idea of how many total members there are now globally? I'm just curious. I'm a little.
We have probably around 4,000.
Goodness. Okay.
We're so new. This is look, it is ideal for people. Like, I tell people, when do you want to board an airplane? When it's on the ground or when it's in the air?
Yeah, that's right.
This plane is on the ground, and we all have a first class ticket no matter when we board, because of the timing. If you ask 10 people, have you heard of Copy Pro Trade? They'd be like, you may find 1 or 2 that heard. Copy Pro Trade, what's that? They don't know yet.
Yeah, that's good.
They're
That's
about
real
to.
good.
That's very good news.
That's
If you have
exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, looks like everyone had their questions answered. I just can't thank you enough. Seriously, I'm so excited. It's so funny because it's 8 o'clock at night here and I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. So I'm like all excited and jacked up and stuff. So thank you so much. Seriously, I know it was really early for you. I know you're very busy. You're on Zoom calls 24/7. So I just appreciate you. And I promise we're going to give it our all. And it's going to be a really incredible journey.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Michaela. Appreciate your leadership. And again, everyone that's here, thank you for giving your time. Whether you decide to partner with us or not, you gave us your time. I'm very, very, very appreciative of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye, Antoine. Thank you, Michaela. Bye, guys.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you all. Have a great night. Have a great day.
Thank you.